Those are Hawaiian Christmas trees.
So I just started the recording. This is the Writer's Daily Dive. This is the Friday reading. It is the 2nd of January, 2026. And I thought Nina had a painting behind her head, but it's not a painting. It looks like a framed painting of a tree. Tell us one more time where you are, Nina Carroll.
I'm in Napier, which is a town on Hawke's Bay on the North Island of New Zealand.
Looks beautiful.
It's a lovely place. Yeah. We've come
There's
here for a
Steve.
few days. Mhm.
Beautiful. There's Mr. Steve. The running contemplative. I've got a new name for him. Not the ultra contemplative, the running contemplative.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's really good. I
Well, you
wouldn't
know
be
what
buying
ultra
any more.
is, right? Ultra
Well,
running,
no.
ultra marathoning. That's
Oh,
what the combo is.
okay. I'm not in the know. And so Steve's in Altadena in his new house, and LG is in Vallejo.
Yep.
I'm getting it all right.
Sly Stone.
What's that?
Uh, town of Sly Stone.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Also,
very.
the hometown of Johnny. What's his name? Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chess. Who's that? The hot dog eating champion of
Yeah,
Coney
yeah,
Island? Really?
yeah. I actually subbed for his nephew here at Benicia High School, so I got the inside. I got the inside scoop on Joey.
So the New York City hot dog eating champion is from California?
Yeah,
That's not right.
I think he's like 13 years and going on. I don't know. Check it out. Check it
Okay.
out.
Well, what we could do, LG, is I could time you and you could just read from like, okay, here's my first, like this is coming straight from my notebook out to you guys. I haven't edited it. I just want to share and I could give you 5 minutes. You don't have to do it now, but it's just a way you could do it without pressure.
Oh yeah, I don't read under necessarily under pressure. I let me just find I did find something earlier and just let me find that again and I might not
Okay.
I might not need 5 minutes. I might like just want it's come to a point where I want to leave you hanging. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you could do 5 minutes or less.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like
Okay,
eBay
thank you.
crazy right now. Okay. I got to get out of eBay. And I have to admit something to you. I'm listing all of my Etsy vintage furniture and paintings and things on eBay. And I'm using AI. I didn't think I'd ever say that.
Cora, I knew you were gonna have to bust at some point. We cannot escape it.
Well, because you can put a picture of the item up and it will just search through the everywhere and find similar items. Tell you what, this is I'm dealing with a Japanese Sutsama vase from the Meiji period, you know? And
You really? You have one?
yes.
Wow. How much are
And
you selling that
Wow.
for?
I was charging too little because I got two offers within the first day. So I know I put it too low. I put it at 225. I think I should have put it at like five. Because I've seen them at 1,500, I've seen them at 450, the guy why am I talking about this? The guy who's bidding on it is an expert. And I looked at all of his vases and I'm like, wow, okay, I did
Okay,
that wrong.
good. Cool,
You
cool,
live and
cool.
learn. Okay, so who's gonna go first today?
Not
This
me.
is what you get when you come to Writer's Daily Dive. You get the we meet 5 times a week, by the way, if anyone's out there. Hello. We meet 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. And then every Friday we read. And we've got a really cool group of people working on projects. And this is what you get when you come here, the dark underbelly of being a writer, selling on Etsy and eBay to keep the lights on. I don't know how long the lights are going to be on over here, to tell you
Oh,
the truth.
all
Okay,
right.
So
Oh,
life as it does.
You are
So
the light, Cara.
I
You
am
are the
the
light. You
I
see, that's
am
what
the
it is.
light. Oh
That's
God.
the problem when you are the light. That it's like, oh, she doesn't need light.
Everybody is the light. Mom Dami is the light.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I'm so glad.
so I've got my stuff up. Now, who's going to grace us first? Do you want to go first, Steve? You said you had
Sure,
something ready.
I can go first. Let
Okay,
me find it.
great. And I found something too. Okay, great. So Steve Salinda has a Substack called The Ultra Contemplative, and he writes about a lot of different subjects. Um, And I think this one's going to be on the Altadena fires and the new house and all that.
Eventually, but yes, it is about I'm recounting the journey in a very, very condensed form. So,
Just let me check one thing. Did you guys all get the notice that okay, we are recording. I just want to make sure. Okay, great.
what? What?
What?
What? Okay, so this is going to be a series. I don't know how many are going to be in the series, but this is just a snippet of part one. Um, a few weeks ago, Jean Olette put it out there that uh, just throw a comment out there about a 6 word story. So I threw one out there and it's the universe, one big plot twist. And I got so many reactions to that. I thought, you know what? I'm going to use that. So that's the title of this series, The Universe, One Big Plot Twist. So here's the opening segment of part one. It feels like a nightly occurrence this first week after the fire. One of us, or both of us, wakes up at 1 or 2 in the morning. It isn't a nightmare that ends suddenly, fading into the fog of dreams. It's a never-ending reality that causes us to hold each other tightly until the tears subside. We hold each other tightly because we are wearing someone else's clothes. We are in someone else's bed, underneath their sheets and blankets, and laying our heads on someone else's pillows. I told my wife, I hold my wife tightly because she is the only reality I choose. The only hope I have right now is that somehow, some way, we can move forward from this. I didn't choose this life, but this life chose me. Andrea and I have been given a jigsaw puzzle box of life, but there are no pieces inside the box, only ashes. Ashes that can only live in memory, but cannot be the stuff that will create life for us. This is our new beginning, and we must let go to move forward. Out of love, so much has been given to us. Love that cannot be repaid, but deeply appreciated on a daily basis. Donated running gear, clothes, jewelry, electronics, gadgets. These details will make life easier, more convenient, more familiar. Weeks pass, and we still wake up in the middle of the night, not as often, and not with hearts racing with fear. It's different now. Tears of loss are now tears of gratitude. We hold each other not out of desperation, but from a place of hope. We see something. We see something when Al, our architect, brings us drawings, and the drawings become models. And we take the models to the ashes, and beyond the ashes, we see something. Glendale was not Altadena, but it is really, really close to being home. It's so close that we call it home for nearly a year. Miso, our dog, has literally marked out familiar routes that he and I walk almost daily. His dog instincts tell him Glendale is home. So it is home for him for now. My legs power my body up the South Beaudry Trail, across the Verdugo motorway to the North Beaudry Trail. And while my legs, my feet, and my body learn to tame the steep inclines and even steeper descents, I can look to the east from the top of the Verdugos and see the familiar San Gabriels, just a mere 10 miles away. Brown Mountain, Echo Mountain, Mount Wilson hold their ground stoically, indifferent to my absence, unaware of my longing to join them, unaware that the Verdugos temporarily guard my heart with their ancient trails, unaware that Glendale is not my home. Altadena is home.
I wanted you to continue
I will.
because I know there's more of the story. I was like,
I know.
Beautiful. Beautiful because I'm with you guys at the very beginning. I would also love to know at the very beginning if it's like the exact, like I know you're holding each other at night and it's beautiful. You're laying on, but I want to know when, like exactly when it is, right, this night, 2 nights after or whatever. Because I
Right.
loved the transition. I forget how you did it, but you moved us like a whole year with one sentence. It was beautifully done to the Glendale, right? And so you set us first in this foreign bed at night, and then you just zoom us. Oh, and then the ashes. Wow. Just referring to them as the ashes. I was really touched by it, and I remember that part of that piece about people giving you guys clothing and everything you needed was part of a previous longer piece. And
Right.
yeah, I can't this is beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, since we know a lot of your story,
Right.
we can read a little bit in between the lines. And I think the reader who comes in naive and not knowing the story might need just hints of more context, just hints before you talk about ashes. I think would help with the setting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he can
I'll
do
try
it in
that.
one
Yes.
sentence. We saw him do it.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I love how Miso leads the trail. That's
Yep. He
beautiful.
did. He does.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
He's
quite
just
magic.
like, okay, I'll mark this out then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But who knows about his inner turmoil, though? He must have had quite a bit of it.
He has become more stressed. I mean, he's starting to not be so stressed, but he really, really wants to be with us all the time. So it's hard leaving him alone. So
Yeah.
Mm.
LG, any thoughts on that
Oh
familiar
yeah, I
landscape?
mean, there was no stiff upper lip for me listening to that one, Steve. Um, it's a very moving piece. Send it to the New Yorker
Mm.
when you're ready. After you take all of Kara's hints and Nina's hints and everybody's hints and tighten it up and put it in a nice package, because definitely yeah, the sediment, the sediment of the ashes. Nina was talking about this. We were talking about the sediment of time,
Right, collapsing time. We
the
were, yes.
collapsing time, and your time really collapsed. I mean, your whole house collapsed.
Wow.
Your life collapsed.
Right.
yeah.
And that whole idea of the puzzle pieces being just the ashes, oh my gosh, that just moved me so much.
Yep.
that was for me, I think that was the most moving image that I got out of that whole piece. And even now when I think about it, I tear up. Is that what you want me to do, Steve?
Is that your intention?
Huh?
You happy now,
Are
Steve?
you happy now? You made me cry.
Good.
I was
Yeah, that's it.
I was just telling somebody yesterday that Nick and I used to yell it out in different rooms in the house. Whenever we were frustrated by anything, you just hear this shout, "You happy now?"
Really? That's funny, Cara. That's funny. Hey, I hope you don't mind if I use it. I mean, it obviously comes naturally to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry I interrupted you, LG.
You didn't interrupt me.
Okay.
Not you didn't interrupt me. I like that's part of the conversation. I'm ADHD. I don't have any problem with anybody interrupting me ever. Because you know what? You give what you get. You get what you get.
Because if nobody interrupts you or I, we just keep going. Like,
Yeah, I mean, at
yeah.
some point, it's like, oh yeah, can I? Hey, hi, hi, can I be next?
All right, final thoughts on this. I was very moved by this grasping of each other, and there was one sentence about choosing her. I forget how you put it, but choosing Andrea. It was really like nice. Yeah. Do you remember?
Yeah, that's the point, was that all our choices got taken away except that choice. So that was, you know, the thought there.
Beautiful. And then I assume that the next part will be finding the new house.
Uh, I'm not sure, because
Well, you
you're
have
right.
that whole thing about the trails, though, don't you?
Yeah, take
Yeah,
some time with it. Take some time with it. Take some time
I
with it.
know. It's like I collapsed it, but like you said, I was debating because I really collapsed it quickly, and I thought, ah, I may have squished that way too fast. So
Right.
I
Right.
might slow that, yeah, might slow that down.
Oh, there's Rochelle.
Steve, it makes sense that that's how you might feel though, because it's like that intense emotion of whatever you were going through, which I can only imagine, and now you're bringing me closer to. You
Right.
just want to get that shit out, right? You just wanted to
Well,
get it out.
Hey,
like
Rochelle.
Cara said, I took some time with it before, with the longer pieces explaining, what was going on. And so trying to summarize that, it's kind of like what Nita said. I summarized it a little, like somebody has to have inside information. And
Right.
I didn't take that quite into account as
Yeah,
well
one
as
of
I
the
should have.
things I miss is like on Tuesday, Andrea found the handle to her favorite cup, you know.
Right,
On Friday, yeah, because there was some things about the difference in you guys. She was combing the ashes and you were not. So that was also
right,
fascinating. Yeah.
right.
Hey, Rochelle, Steve just read, and then we're talking about eBay, and then now we're recording. So just so you know.
I'm so sorry to be late and to miss Steve's reading.
Well,
Anyway,
you
hi.
I'm gonna leave you till last because if I put you before that, nobody else wants to read after you. So because it's so
I know,
delightful.
that's why I'm glad I went first.
Oh, Nina, do you want to go next? Do you have something today? Oops, you're muted.
She posted something in the chat.
Oh,
Yes,
she did.
I'm
Okay.
trying. I realized that you can't post a whole long poem in the chat.
Oh, I see.
So I've got part one, and if you give me a minute,
Wow.
I'll get the rest in.
Yeah. Okay. Do you
It has
want
to
me
be
to
in
wait?
sections.
Do you want me
You
to
want to
read?
go? Why don't you
Sure.
go?
Okay. Let me see what I have here. I tried reading some of this before. Let's see here. Oh, come on, Cara. This is something I was, my book is Nick and I writing to each other. And you know what? Maybe I won't read this one. Oh, Jesus, Cara. Well, because it's just like so. Okay, so I'm in drafts. And let's see, I have like so many options here.
I know
Uh,
you do. You have so many options.
I have so many options. I'll read a bit of the journals that are very raw. Okay, here we go. So this is going to be a chapter, and this is me from this book. I call it the Green Book. I used to call these ghost chapters from the Green Books. Um, okay, I'll just go. I had a small ritual yesterday with your gold Persephone coin and your God box and the chime and the psilocybin microdoses. I sat quietly with the brown glass bottle of capsules in one hand and your coin in the other on the brown velvet couch in the cottage. I wanted to introduce us to the plant and ask for its help in being a conduit between you and me and other worlds. The message I got again was that it had to be a yes from me. I had to want to go there. I had to make the leap for myself. September 5th, 2020. In retrospect, maybe that wasn't the day to start microdosing. Wow, strong hello from psilocybin. I took 1/2 of a point 0.1 of a gram of a powdered dose, and my intestines purged from the back end. It took about an hour and a half after that to stop feeling completely anxious and like I had made a huge mistake. I was consciously breathing. Meditation was a bit too focused and intense. And I was reading, and then finally I just lay down with a light blanket as my teeth were almost chattering. I made my way into a place that I could call sovereign. I finally negotiated sovereignty over a spot I could call mine. This is my place for myself. I don't have to do anything to hold my place. I am in the right place at the right time, doing what I am meant to do. I said that many times over. I am in the right place at the right time, doing what I'm meant to do. I also had the realization that what might be called, quote, letting go for others, and which might calm others, does not calm me, and it never has. What calmed me finally was knowing that the spot I am avoiding at all costs is my feeling of well-being. Strangely, my own sovereign well-being is terrifying. Maybe because it can suddenly be taken away and I must be hyper vigilant about watching the perimeter. My well-being and bliss might be coveted by a narcissist, and they may want part or all of it, or want to destroy it if they find out about it. So, quote, landing is a better word choice for me to calm me. Quote, come in for a landing in your sovereign territory into your well-being and bliss. It has no need of being defended and cannot be taken away. Finally, today, after my initial terror, I had an hour of blissful lounging in the back wilder garden near the cottage, just sitting in the sun with the plants, bees, and butterflies. September 14th, 2020. Oh, my dear, my heart. This morning there was a hand squeezing it tightly, and there is still a hand gripping me. It's painful, and I wonder if it's a heart attack, which causes my electrical current to run through all my systems. I took a gas pill. This could just be gas. And then I took a last little chunk of your cancer Valium and then filled the empty green plastic pill bottle with water and shook it and drank that too. I did a few yoga poses and put my head upside down. I simply woke up this morning, and when I moved to get up to pee, there was this heavy pain in my chest. I hope it's simply the after effects of a Kundalini Kriya last night. There was heart opening and holding poses longer than I could in all manner of crazy shapes. Long meditations with our arms held up in excruciating shapes. Please let this be that and not a heart attack. But my heart is under attack. It's weary from grief and also from growing. September 25th, 2020, the weight on the bed, the weight on your side of the bed. I woke from the dream in which I was also asleep in our attic bed, and there was a heavy weight and movement behind me, 4:30 a.m. I was frightened by the way the bed shook. I was lying on my left side towards the sloping wall on my left side of the bed. But the weight was dramatic enough to wake me from fear of not knowing what was behind me or beside me. I was very frightened and too scared to turn and look. It was you! It was a clue. There was enough weight on the mattress at 10 Pleasant Lane to startle me inside the dream of being on the same mattress at number 10 Pleasant Lane. Someone got onto the mattress on your side of the bed, and it was also in my dream. The most exciting part is that the mattress in the dream and in the attic were the same, dreaming and waking, and the weight of you was in both places at once. A visit! A physical visit. It's so much fun to read these as they just came out of me in my journal, you know? It's fun.
Whoa.
It was exciting. There was a lot of shit going on. Hmm.
Can
I'm
I
so
say
curious.
something?
Yes.
I just, I'm just so grateful that you're chronicling the, some of the things that in that liminal space after the death of a beloved, some very strange things happen, and we experience them in really physical ways. My husband did some of these things. I mean, and no one talks about this. But
Right.
the brain is in the whole nervous system, I think, is in an altered state. And
I think grief is like a hallucinogenic. I
yes,
really do.
yes, yeah. So he appeared in a cloud of light and hung around for days. And
And you said, could you not be so cliche, please?
no, I said, wow, it must be lovely where you are because you're bringing a lot of light here. Yeah, but you don't ever hear people talk about these things, and they're so dramatic and real, and I don't know, maybe we should talk about them more. And thank you. Okay,
Well,
I'm done.
because they're so frightening. Like he
Yeah,
came a couple other times and did physical things too. And it's
yeah.
like, this is scary. Yeah.
I loved I loved how you there was a really beautiful transition from th- these physical symptoms that you were talking about and how you were taking care of these physical symptoms with these physical details. And then just like that, you said, but my heart is under attack. And that to me was like, whoa, that's one of those switches that really worked.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was a
Yeah.
great switch right there.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
know you get it. Like your heart has been under attack. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What else? Anybody else?
And then, people who've experienced trauma, it's like, oh, you don't realize that, you know, like you go through that whole litany of, like Steve explained, or like you explained, of pain, and then you realize, oh, by the way, I am my heart is under attack. Wow, duh. You know, if we're so conditioned to accept shit and go on, get on with it, or not emotionally go through it,
Right.
which is the big difference. A lot of people can recognize something, but don't have the courage to go through it and change it. And going through it is dark, can be very dark.
I couldn't believe it. I still say every day, I can't believe I have to live this out. Like, it's really?
Yeah, but we just got to go through. We just got to go through it. My gosh, my mom, there's a light at the end of every tunnel. Let's hope. And it's usually not an oncoming train if we're on the right path.
Unless it is.
Yeah. That same point when you started to talk about your actual heart attack, that's one word I would change in the story.
What is it?
I would not put the word attack. I would use a simile.
Like what?
Siege, for example. My heart is under siege.
Oh.
I would say it.
My heart was under siege.
I would just use a different image to have it be more poetic and unique.
Because I already used heart attack, you mean?
Yes. And
Okay,
I think if you just express it differently, it would be a bigger metaphor.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because as soon as you said that, for me, it had me thinking more literally rather than
Oh,
staying.
no, but I'm often thinking I'm having a real heart attack. So I
Yes.
wanted that to come through. Yes.
Oh, yes. But yes. Okay. So yes. I mean,
no, that was a real possibility that day. I'm like, is it gas? Am I dying? You know,
and even the heaviness on your left side, as you were recounting the story, I was thinking of it literally. Yes.
Oh, those were 2 different days. So, but yeah, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna, okay. Yeah,
Can I just ask, are you hearing the cars behind me?
doesn't matter. Love it. It's
Okay.
ambiance.
Okay.
We're out at the cafe.
Yeah.
I'm
Hopefully
focusing on
one
that
day we
tree
will
behind
be.
you.
What's that?
I said I'm focusing on the tree behind Nina.
Yeah, it's fabulous, isn't it? The
Yeah.
Norfolk pine. It's
so
really gorgeous. So big. Yeah.
Nina, did you get it all into the chat now? Do you want to share?
I did. So yes, I would love to share. Does everybody have it?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I just say one
Okay.
thing, Cara? You say, but grief is a hallucinogenic. But you have to remember, you were on mushrooms, and you did it.
Different day.
But was it the same day as the Kriya Kundalini?
No.
Okay,
Okay,
but you know what?
make
It's
that
all in the
clearer.
soup. It's all in the soup. Okay.
Yeah, when you see it physically, you see that each one is a different day heading, September 5th, September 14th. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I
it's a
got
journey. Yes,
Yeah.
good. Okay,
Thank
that'll
you.
help.
Good to know.
That'll be wonderful.
Okay, we are ready for you, Nina. We have to move a
Okay.
little quicker because there's 3 of us.
Well,
but
I'm not going to
that's
read.
fine.
I don't have to read.
Yes, you do. Because
Hey, you told me no pressure. Now you're telling
I
me.
know,
yes,
but
you
if you
do.
don't get it
Hello?
over with, it'll take another month.
No, it won't take me another month.
Yeah,
I'm
because you'll
not
be
afraid
back
of.
in school.
I'm
And
not.
then, all right, let's do Nina.
Tattoos and roses. Wearing a flesh-colored blouse laced with inked images, I trick friends into thinking I have several tattoos. Later, scrubbing with pink chlorhexidine before operating, I remember one patient's forearms tattooed with teal, larger-than-life dragonflies. In the operating theater, I direct the number 15 blade, cut skin, then deep layers, down to silk-like fascia, which cloaks muscle, scissor, clamp gently, coagulate crimson bleeders. Early incisions disrupt meridians I later learned to circumvent. When a patient, gripped by endometriosis, seeks escape from pain, a hysterectomy and removal of tubes and ovaries new to her. Years later, he visits my office, smiles, shakes my hand, says, "Thank you for helping me change my legal identity."
Mm.
Now I need grace and equanimity. Dragonflies take flight, flutter up as I lie beneath the scalpel. I lose my organs of blood and roses, wake up and contemplate damselflies' tattoos to disguise my scars in cobalt blue. I stumble on the painting Roses, a woman's forearms adorned in lace tulle sleeves with chevron shapes patterned like fine birds' feet or henna tattoos of Tuareg women. Recovering from surgery, I daydream about the bride's hands at the Saharan wedding. She sat on a crimson carpet of magical strands. Revelers' sandals mountain at the door. Burnt sienna visages of the women flicker in candlelight, tense in ululations. 3. In the painting above the woman's copper curls, the mirror's rim reflects her curved back, a spindled chair, something indecipherable there. Her face alabaster with a hint of cerise, cheeks flushed, lips airbrushed like a Renoir. My visage, wan, vermilion of my lips lost, anxious from waiting interminably for the diagnosis. I'm parched for the news. When it comes, I'm not surprised. Cancer. The woman who tells me slices off petals, leaves thorns. After the 19th century painting Roses by George Dunlop Leslie.
Wow.
Gorgeous. It's just gorgeous.
Yes, I'm reading back over it. The visuals in here are just
Oh, yeah.
unbelievable. The tattoos and the fact that you bring us straight into the details of operating. Wow. Wow. The number 15 blade.
Which is so sensuous. I mean, the interior of bodies are I mean, they're like paintings, aren't they?
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, Da
Yeah.
Vinci thought so.
Yes. I should just add that I tried to get the picture in, but I couldn't get. This is an ekphrastic poem that was inspired by this particular painting called Roses. And I think if you see the painting, you can almost understand how it sparks the story that I created. Yeah.
Gosh.
There
Wow.
was that twist that it was a man thanking you for a female operation.
Yeah.
And then, but that wasn't Nick.
No,
No.
no, I did not do Nick's surgery. No.
But you were with him during one of them, I think.
Yes, I was. The hysterectomy.
You were. Wow.
I
Okay.
was.
Oh,
Big
interesting.
subject. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
you
all
did
the images are real. I mean, none of this, I mean, all of these are real images, but I hope they appear more poetic, but they're all real.
Yeah, that first bit was a little bloody for me. I mean, I was a bit aghast. But what it does is it just makes you, I respect anyone who can go through that, like what you did, and experience, the cutting of the silky fascia. And I mean, I could never do that. So bringing me there, though, now I'm convinced I could really never do that.
I love that exquisite detail.
The what?
The exquisite detail that
Oh,
the silken quality of fascia.
Wow.
And yeah.
And then you go right on. Oh, wait. But the bride's hands, the hennaed hands at the Saharan wedding, that's something you were at. That's not the painting, right?
correct.
Yeah.
Yes, but all these images kind of they imbricated together for me. They all came together.
The only question I had is that the cancer diagnosis,
Yeah.
I thought was that before the hysterectomy?
That's yours.
That's
yours.
my diagnosis. That's me.
Yeah.
No, I
That's
know,
my
but
hysterectomy.
you say now I need, grace and equanimity, I lie beneath the scalpel. So didn't that happen after the cancer diagnosis?
No, I had a excuse me, I had a presumptive cancer diagnosis going in, and it was confirmed when I came out.
Okay, that would be great
Clarify.
to have a little clarity because I was
Okay.
thinking that we were going back in time.
Oh, okay.
It made
I can
perfect sense to me.
Okay.
The woman who tells me slices off petals, leaves thorns. And it's also this great thing of it could be petals, comma, leaves, comma, and thorns. But I love leaves, thorn. It's beautiful. Love that that's the ending.
Yeah, there was a connection there because earlier you made these two visuals that you usually don't talk about together, blood and roses. I lost my blood and roses. And
Mhm.
then it when it came back to the woman who tells me slices off petals, leaves thorns, it's still that rose metaphor. And I really love the continuity there of it all.
Mhm.
And
So
the poison and pain of the thorns being, representative of that experience. Oh,
right.
beautiful.
And the thorns of womanhood, right? Like, yeah, it's thorny. It's for sure thorny.
Yes, thank you all. Thank you very much.
I mean,
I actually
You.
this, did you just come up with this? Come up. Did this just come out of your head recently?
no, this is about version 20 or 25.
Okay, I mean, I
This
just,
has been worked and worked and worked and
well,
really worked.
it's beautiful. I wouldn't
Yeah, it
change
is.
anything.
It's pretty
Yeah.
tight. It feels pretty tight. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
word is pretty tight there, Nina.
Well, thanks to this group, excuse me, the last line came out. The last line was written last night. I looked over the whole thing and I said, I have to just change the ending. It has to have a more powerful ending.
It's powerful.
Wow.
The
It,
only word
it
I would
works.
take out was bleeders because when you said,
Theaters.
I direct the number 15 blade, cut skin, then deep layers down to silk-like fascia, which cloaks muscle, scissor, clamp gently, coagulate crimson. I was like, and then when bleeders was there, I was like, oh. Not that I don't love it, but I thought, ooh, coagulate crimson is actually enough for me to know. But are bleeders a thing? Is it
Yeah.
Yes.
okay.
Out. That's what spurts out. That's like you got everything clamped up, and then all of a sudden, oh, you got a bleeder. Is that right,
Ah,
Nina?
Yes, exactly.
oh,
Yeah.
then
So
no,
it's
then
like you can't take bleeders out of that
no,
equation.
no,
No.
you can't. You're right. Okay.
I
Yeah.
just love what follows that. Early incisions disrupt meridians I later learned to circumvent. That's just so, it says so much.
I know. I know.
I'll just
And I was thinking, well, because you learn about Chinese medicine, or was there like a
No,
learning curve?
I've had patients who were acupuncturists who were like, I mean, I know I need this surgery, but I don't want you to cut there. So I said, well, tell me
That's interesting.
tell me what to avoid and I will do my best.
Wow.
Wow.
Sure.
I
Wow.
want you to be my surgeon.
You
I think
make
she's
a lot of
retired the
accommodations.
knife, right?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Nina. Am I supposed to be calling you Dr. Carol or something?
No, but I am.
Yeah.
No, please call me Nina, but I am a physician. I'm a gynecologist.
You are?
Yeah. I I spent my whole life taking care of women, but now we should move on to the next person. I could tell you more about it another time.
Oh my gosh, Dr.
Yeah.
Carol.
Do you want to read something, Liana?
I mean, okay, this is, let's see. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna just read a journal entry from December 30th. I guess I haven't really reread it or anything. Is that what you guys want to hear?
Whatever
Are you
you would
happy
like.
now?
What did you say?
I said, are you happy now?
It's not about what we want, and we can also go over so that there really
Okay.
isn't. We're not on a clock necessarily.
Okay, well,
so.
the day before that, I ended up writing um bullshit, LG. Are you writing bullshit? I wrote that in capital letters. And then this is December 30th.
Okay.
He picked up the document on the corner of his public school administrator's metal desk and smiled. Holding it up as if preparing to read an edict, I sat ready for
Okay, hold on. I'm going to tell you what I tell everyone. Slow down and try not to move too much. We really want to hear this, and the tendency is to read fast. Read slower. Please, because I want to hear it.
He picked up the document on the corner of his public school administrator's metal desk and
Great.
smiled.
Great.
Holding it up as if preparing to read an edict, I sat ready for the worst. Where was the smile coming from? He heralded. I am writing this for a friend of mine who was so upset she could not write it herself. The other day in Mr. Kim's class, Ms. LG said that women exist only to make babies. This made us both very uncomfortable. He looked over at me and had to chuckle, pause, and then right out chuckled. He stopped there. Ms. LG is getting a little loose with the students. He editing as he read and trailing off with Ms. LG is getting a little loose with students. At this point, we were both laughing. Do you really believe I would say something like that? Smith gave me an air of course not, look, and we kept on chuckling. What to do about the Crip scenario? What brought up again, just say boundary, and we were done with it. Okay. Then that was the last part of being in his office.
I should say that LG is a substitute teacher, and that the students adore her, and she's been working on this piece about the principal's office, and it keeps taking her off on tangents, as it will. And so she's working on getting it into a piece. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's in all these. It's in, it started when I said, oh, I'm going to write about the principal's office. It actually started with me entering the school that day. And then, what happened there, and then all the other classrooms. But that finally got me into the classroom on December 30th because I had been trying to get out of the classroom for 4 days. And so on that day, I just said, okay, just put the document on the corner of the desk, have him read it to you, and have the reaction. Then that part's done.
Right, because we talked about this. Give us visuals, place us in the principal's office, then we'll go with you anywhere.
Yeah.
We'll go on all your tangents if you give us that room and give us, you two, and set
and
it
also
up.
The backstory that this is actually my third time at the same school visiting this vice principal's office, and the vice principal doesn't call you in unless there's something that he
So did you have more? You were going to read something more too.
Oh, I have more.
What about you walking into the school that day?
Okay, where's that part? When I walked into the school that day. Let's go. Oh, should I do my thing on ants?
No.
when ants know they're gonna die, they get together on a spot. The ants took higher ground. That's how I found them. Okay, fascinated by ants, I found it fortunate to live on an anthill. Their commitment to community goes unrivaled, led by the queen ant who sets priorities and gives out jobs. Perhaps it's more like a warren of ants with different tribes serving the matriarch who assures prosperity and promulgation. I can't believe all these ants live under one queen. This ant warren is in my imagination, at least, but residing residing 7 years in this abode built during the Craftsman era has afforded me the opportunity for close contact with them. Not one to freak out over an army of house ants, unless they're fire ants going up my leg. I patiently observe them. Where do they come from? Where are they going?
But see, if this was a piece like with numbered sections and the reader had to put it all together, like it's going to be about the same thing, because you would have never said women are only here to make babies, and yet you're talking about observing these ants under one female leader. So I know it's all going to tie together. It's just like, getting it out. And my trick is that I write by hand usually, as that's the way I think. And then when my trick is, I'm just going to transfer this into the computer.
Yeah, that's what I need to do.
Because you'll edit it, but you won't know you're editing it.
Cara, hey folks, this is the first book from when I started at the Writer's Daily Dive on June 14th, 2024.
Oh, cool.
And I have...
You have a lot of pages then.
I have a lot of typing to do. I have this many pages left to finish this book.
I mean, I wouldn't even question.
I just started becoming a writer.
Well, you've been writing your whole life, but I wouldn't even question the quality of the writing. It's really good writing. I would just say keep going, because the whole thing is how you're putting it all together. Just keep going. I'm already fascinated by the ants and by the principle.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you should. Oh, I'll have to send y'all a picture of the ants on one spot, ready to die.
And this is what's great about Substack is you could be putting like all these. You could be putting the picture in, the text in, and just playing. It's a fun place to play.
Yeah. Wow, interesting. I've got to learn. I have a lot to do.
You have a lot to do. But I mean, just coming here, showing up and reading out from your journal, and somebody else speak, because I was compelled to follow this story for sure.
Yeah.
I have so many stories. I tell you, my latest essay is going to be...
Okay, wait. Let other people tell you what they think, because...
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I think it's really a fascinating story. I got a little confused with the first story until Cara added the context about your being a substitute teacher. So somehow you need to weave that in, because I wasn't sure if it was the current you or the old you or somewhere in between.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's just a piece that got plugged in that I just had to write down, because I was trying to get there the whole week. And so,
yeah.
I mean, it's interesting that you go, okay, I want to write a piece about this. Like Steve knows this, right? I want to write about this, but I've got all these roads to travel first before it's like, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'll shut up. Anybody else?
Yes, I want to know a lot more about ants dying.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was just going to say the same thing.
you know
I was
what?
like
We
fascinated
talk about
the
that a
ants.
lot more.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you my secret right now. Chalk, regular chalk. If you got ants on the walls, that's what keeps them. You know what? I observe the little holes they go into. I have poison.
Okay, hold on. We don't have time for the ants today, but here's the thing. Here's the thing is I forget the name of this writer, but there's an example of this kind of writing where there are two things going on. And you know who does it well also is Susan Orlean. She's always right, Rochelle? She'll
Yes,
have like the story of a
braiding.
flower or
It's braiding, yes.
braiding, where like there's
Braiding.
there's the ants and then there's the principal's office, and somehow
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
awesome. My kitchen, yeah.
And that thing that is the somehow is your consciousness.
Yeah.
They both live there. So you give us the lens that connects those things.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're going to war, you're at war. It's kind of, I'll make it. No, it's true. It's kind of true. The ants, I got to fight the ants.
of course,
And I don't want to kill them.
right. I know, I'm with you.
So
That's
how
why
am I
I
going
found
to do that?
that's how I found copper.
I just got a real quick thing here is that when you read the two distinct scenarios, my mind almost automatically was trying to braid it.
Yeah.
So like there's going to be, I figured there's going to be a braid here. There's going to be that part where I could see the cross. And you could do it. I mean, definitely those stories can do it. So
Yeah.
Gotta start braiding my stories.
yeah.
Ooh,
So I'm
that's
so
even more
glad you
challenging.
read.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you read because you broke that thing which would just be there, and you did it for the first time here. So now it'll just be like falling off an anthill. Okay. Now we have Rochelle.
Do you all have time?
Yes,
I do.
This is a pretty
definitely.
short piece. And I just want to preface it by saying it's from my first novel, and I don't know if I've said here that I submitted some little snippets to annual writing contest, and one of them won second place fiction from this book, and it has stimulated me a kind of a resurrection of this book, which died when I fell on my head, or I thought it died. This is the book that I took into my MFA program, and
then she slipped on ice
and had a really terrible brain injury. It took, I couldn't walk or talk or do anything for a long time, and it took years for me to recover, years to go back to complete the degree. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to string a sentence together at that point. And I couldn't work on this novel. Something new came. But yesterday I gathered as many pieces as I could of it, and I have more than I thought. So I've committed to finishing this first draft of this novel in 90 days. So this is the prologue. And I just have to preface it with, this is a story of twins of a very rare type. They're called polar body twins, and it allows the possibility of being identical opposite sex. So when the fertilized egg, in the very first split into two cells, one contains the cytoplasm, one contains the polar body, that is usually not fertilizable, but in very rare cases, there are some documented cases, the polar body is fertilized. And so that is what allows identical opposite sex twins. And that's what these twins are. And I chose that as a way of looking at the most profound possible connection, and therefore the most profound possible loss. So
And were you and your brother twins? Did I ask you this already?
No.
Okay.
We're 10 years apart.
Okay.
Nothing to do. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the prologue to Bodies of Water. Two infants lie face to face in a bassinet.
Too fast. Sorry.
Two infants lie face to face in a bassinet, snugly swaddled, one in pink, one in blue. Each has freed a tiny fist. Each spreads 4 translucent fingers across the face of the other, as though studying a difficult text in Braille. Each has a thumb hostage in the other's mouth. Their rosebud lips pucker and suck rhythmically, then slacken as they dream of the dark water they have lately come from, the thrum and whoosh of their mother's heart. Contrary to hospital policy, newborn twins at the Sisters of Mercy Hospital for Women share a bassinet. Helen Swift, a hatchet-faced former Army nurse with flaming red hair, runs the nursery with an iron hand. She knows what is good for babies and what is not. As a result, there are some astonishingly progressive practices in this small provincial hospital in the middle 1950s. While mothers all over the country are having their chests bound in wide strips of cloth and suffering the indescribable pain of engorged breasts and leaking milk each time a baby cries, the fortunate mothers and infants in Nurse Swift's ward are enjoying the rapturous state which later came to be known as bonding, and the blissful benefits of rooming in long before that practice revolutionized maternity wards everywhere. In her many years of caring for infants, Nurse Swift has observed that if you separate twins, they are inconsolable, and they will keep the entire nursery awake, orchestrating a frightening din, not because they are hungry or wet, but simply because their companion of the last 9 months, ever-present partner in a slow, cramped, delicate dance, is suddenly missing. And the trauma of that, added to the shocking new sensations of light and air, loud noises and hunger, is just too much to bear. That is why, having survived the ordeal of birth, having made their acquaintance with the odor of their mother's skin and the wondrous fountains of warm milk that sprout from it, these particular twins, Jacob Andrew and Rachel Ann Sullivan, 4 hours old in the early morning of July 27th, 1956, slumber peacefully, face to face in a crowded bassinet, embracing like small vines just learning to twine.
You see why I have her read last?
Oh my gosh.
It's so beautiful.
You guys are awesome writers, man. I had no idea I was surrounded by such talent.
Oh, so lovely.
I'm recruiting you all as beta readers, so
now you tell us. Are you happy?
there are actually 2 prologues, and the other one is sort of encapsulates the narrative arc of the whole story. It's so maybe I'll read that next time.
Great. I'm just like, oh my God, the tastes and the smells and the visual and like the slow. I'm always thinking of things in terms of camera, right? We're like so close in on their mouths and fingers, and then zoom out. They're in the same bassinet, and then you talk to us about the nurse and the ward, and then what happens on other wards, and then you go back in until we're back in that bassinet. How gorgeous.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Rochelle, that was exquisite. I can
yeah.
barely speak. I've got tears in my eyes.
Oh,
I really think you shouldn't change not one word.
No.
okay.
It's not a draft.
Whoa.
It's very, very powerful, exactly as it is. And I'd love to read the entire novel. Yeah.
Oh my God. And listen to it, right? Can you imagine listening to somebody read it to you? So
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh, yes.
when you make a book proposal, and I don't know how to do them, but this would be an astonishing segment.
What I discovered yesterday is I have a synopsis, prologue, the first 3 chapters. That's enough to query an agent. And
Sure.
I didn't even understand how much of this book I had written. It's like it went out of my head when I got hurt, and I'm just really loving rediscovering it.
I'm excited for you.
So
That's
beautiful.
awesome.
And I really want you to send that story of you recovering to Kelly Thompson, blah, 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 20. There's nothing wrong with you, and there never was. She wants stories of recovery from anything.
Oh,
Kelly,
which
Kelly Thompson.
yeah, I follow her. But I don't know what story you did.
The story
did I read a story?
No, the story of that you posted of your head injury
Oh, okay, yeah,
and recovering from it. Yeah,
okay,
I think she would take that in a hot second.
okay. Thank you. I'll do that.
Oh, another wonderful Friday session.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Mara, for having this.
And thank
Oh,
you for
yeah.
helping me write my book. I would not still probably be working on my book if it wasn't for you guys meeting with me, because it's just too hard alone. You know, the discouragement is so intense. And
I love your book so much.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, now we have Saturday and Sunday, or we
Keep
don't.
writing,
Yes.
everybody. Write some
Yeah,
more. Let's
yeah.
go
I think
write.
I'm gonna go to Caravan tomorrow. I've told you
Oh,
guys about Caravan. Maria's, it's free and it's on Saturdays and they have prompts. So if
mm,
anybody, it's like 2 hours where you're writing with various prompts and they don't let you stop. They're like, okay, next one, next one, next one. And then and there are fabulous writers in there too. Caravan Writers Collective. I believe they have a website and they're on Substack, and every Saturday at noon, they do a free write-in.
Okay.
Caravan Riders. Again, Cara, I'm sorry. My
I think
phone.
it's Writers Collective, Caravan Writers Collective.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't make it every Saturday, but we recorded our first reading a couple weeks ago, and we're back this Saturday, and there are poets and fiction and nonfiction writers.
Oh, okay.
No fantasy writers, eh? No
There,
rom-coms?
there could be.
yeah.
There could be. I don't think they discriminate at all. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Hey, thank
Okay.
you, everyone.
Congratulations
Yes.
on your first read and everybody else on their continuing projects. I'm
Okay.
excited for you too, LG. This is yeah, this
Yeah.
was yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
definitely.
thank you so much. And I guess I am really read because you guys would never have heard any of my writing otherwise. So that's good. Yeah, I got to get to work. And the great thing about being a part of it every day for the last 2 weeks is that I wake up in the morning, my book is open, and I go to it in the morning. So it's like I'm getting the habit of daily writing into me, that muscle.
Yeah.
Like that's, I should, yeah. Anyway, so thank you.
Thank you
Thank
guys.
Thank
you all.
you.
Bye-bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year.
Happy Mom Dummy New Year.
Woo!